Last night, I channeled and did a session on Sonya Massey and the officer who shot her down, Sean Grayson. And I've put it up, and this is what it is. Take a look at it. No judgment. I show gratitude. Okay. Now, what she says to me and what she's been saying since a little bit earlier is that they keep trying to make her out to be crazy. Now, Miss Massey, what I did was I actually went back and looked because the soul told me to go back and look. Breonna Taylor was killed March 13th. Sandra Bland was killed July 13th. And your unaliving took place, it was July 6th.
July 6th. So
yes.
a week.
So all of this is, they're right on time, right on target. Gratitude. She says she doesn't know why they did it, but she tells me she was tired of people playing in her face. I feel like, again, she keeps saying like this was not the first time that she had called the police. I actually feel like this is like the third time that she has called the police. Gratitude. What she thought she was hearing, which sounds like to me as someone like at her window or tapping at her window, at her window, at her window. She says, was I tripping? I don't know. But she really believed, you know what I'm saying, that this was what she was experiencing. And his face changed. She says she saw it. His face changed. She keeps saying it was like some kind of light coming out of his eyes, that it was weird. She says she can't even really explain it or make it make sense, but she's like, it's like light was coming out of his eyes or something. So I'm asking her, like, did his eyes turn black? Is that what she means? But she keeps saying like the pupils were not pupils or something, and that there were lights coming out of his eyes. She says it was the way he kept watching her. She makes me feel like she didn't think that the body cams were not on at first. She says that he kept showing himself to her. So I want to understand, like, she keeps talking about going to the store or being at the store as if like she had seen this particular officers before. Like being somewhere around her area at the store. She keeps talking about being at the store. She's also talking about how fast they got there to her house. Almost like she keeps talking about somebody camping out, like on her street or down the street, or like she thought somebody was like camping out, watching her or like bothering her. She's talking about him proving a point. She also is saying like a vendetta against like black women, a vendetta against black women. Like they have a mandate and an order that feels like it comes from up high, in the ranks of some sort of like political organization or something. She believes that they were sent there to do that. She's talking about like the whole, she says the chief of police is dirty. Again, this is all alleged. County commissioner. Even, she says, right down to the corner. All dirty. She is saying that there is a statement. Now, as she's speaking, I want you to understand something. She's talking about things that she knows from being in the spirit world and the solstice world. So while I was in the shower tonight, the grandmother kept saying to bring her soul down from the solstice. And I said, the solstice, what is, like, you mean like the Jubilee kind of thing? And she says, say it again. I said solstice. And she says SOL, soul. So I say yes. And she say the solstice is the keep of where she, like the energy of the souls. And the spirit world is where all other energies can roam and remain. Only the pure bread, let's put it that way, the original is inside of the solstice. Okay? So we brought her down from the solstice area. And that should tell you something. This is an original soul here. Okay? She's talking about some kind of ritual that was done, and then she shows me lightning, like rain. I don't know if it was like a storm or thunderstorm, or if it rained or whatever. She keeps showing me lightning. Now, I don't know if it rained in her area or why she's saying that or showing me, because it reminds me of Sandra Bland a lot. But when she's showing me these informations, it's because she has now understood them and learned them from being in the spirit world, okay? The solstice world. Now, she's talking about the organs, like her organs. I feel like we're talking about like kidneys and stuff like that, like kidneys, organs, and some sort of like mandate that is like given out. And she keeps telling me 22, like females, 22. Like has been ordered and brought in, or ordered for the supply kind of thing. And she's telling me it's deeper than what it is looked at. And she keeps talking about how the body cam wasn't on at first, and then it was turned on, and she believes it was turned on so her unaliving could be captured on camera. Like it needed to be captured on camera. Ooh, that's deeper than what I really want to go into. I'm gonna tread lightly with this. I want to acknowledge and send love out to Sonya Massey's family, but her father. But she keeps telling me that her family will be offered some sort of monies or settlement due to her unaliving. But I don't know if she did not particularly get along with all of the family. She keeps making me feel like she thought it was like an ex that kept coming to her house. Like stalking her. She thought it was an ex. And she keeps saying, down the rabbit hole, down the rabbit hole. Like this goes deep. I feel like her family may have had a run-in with either that police department or an official politician or judge. Like there is some history. Um, and this may go back. This may go back far. I don't know how she connects with the R name, like Ray, Ramon, Raymond. There's some sort of R name that she keeps acknowledging. I don't know what that name is, but I don't know if that's like Ray, Ramon, Raymond. There's some sort of R name she keeps referring to. Wait. You said, think I saw someone say her dad was a civil rights person or something like that. So, okay. And then they said her ancestors were killed in that same city, similar ways. Understood. That is tragic. Because it feels like it goes back, like this is not just... Now, I'm asking her to validate for me, but she keeps saying to bring up the R name. Don't know whose name that is, and then bring up the scar or something on her stomach. So I don't know if she had like a cesarean or if she just has some sort of scar, like on her abdomen or her stomach or something. So I need to bring that up. She's asking if I believe in witchcraft because she's feeling like she gives me the feeling of like that has something to do with this. She keeps saying going down the rabbit hole, how deep this is. For whatever reason, I had asked her if she wanted to send a message to her family. And that's why she keeps telling me, like, I don't feel like she got along with everyone in the family. This is history here. This isn't just some cop acting on free will. This is history. This is a distraction. Like, this is a mandate. This is a lot connected to Sonya Massey here. And that it needed to be on camera. Like they wanted this to be, he's not going to do any time really. He's not going to. Oh, that's what she keeps talking about. I didn't know what she was talking about, the tattoo. She kept telling me a tattoo. I didn't know what the fuck she was talking about. Oh man. That cowboy hat, that's doing me. But I didn't know what that was about. That's the fraternity thing I think that she was talking about earlier. For some of you who may have just gotten on here, she kept speaking about like a fraternity, like this officer is part of some sort of fraternity hood here. So in this county, and again, I don't know, I'm just going to bring out the information as it's given. And again, this is all alleged information. But I don't know if that's what that 22 is of the women, 22. But she's talking about several cases that either were filed or they don't want them to file about some of their officers like assaulting, and I don't know if that's sexual assault, but I feel like it's a sexual assault of different women in that parish or in that area. She keeps saying this is dirty work. Like this is like magic, like, you know, like energy work. And she again talking about the light, like the light in his eyes or something. Something is wrong with his eyes. Wants everybody to know that they ciphered. And she says, like, pay attention about the money or the money that will be offered. Because we're saying it, maybe they'll think twice about it, but I really doubt it. rogue officers. These officers are part of a fraternity slash gang of there's going to be something that is similar to this that happens again. And I don't believe that it is in the same state or city, but you're definitely going to see it again. But what I believe is going to happen is the person that it happens to feels like it is also a female. And she is either holding her child or her child is like with her or standing next to her. And you'll see it again. You'll see it again. Sonya Massey is not going to be the only one you see this. This officer is not going to do any real time. I actually feel like he's going to be moved around somewhere. I feel like they're going to be trying to give the self-defense. And it's going to be a bunch of smoke and mirrors. And he'll be shuffled off to a different place. There's not going to be any jail time really for this. I know he's been arrested, but that's all you're probably going to see about this. Gratitude. Gratitude. You are inside of a simulation. Everything is programmed. They are right on time. They're right on time. This happens around this particular time between March. Do me this. Somebody look this up for me. Look up, what's his name? Is it Fidel Castile and Eric Gardner? Look up all of those murders. Look those up. Let's look at that, because I don't know when those were committed, but let's look at it. Because it's all planned and scripted. Let's look at it. And greetings, everybody. That woman was not just murdered by a rogue cop. That's not what happened here. So if you've missed it, I'm going to repost it. Okay? May and July. They're right on time. Scripted. There's a formula. Castile was killed July 6th. Boom. Interesting. They're right on time. They're right on time.
The Sonya Massey murder, it's deja vu of the George Floyd murder. Do we feel that seed coming back around? This is a spiritual war, and the United States is ancient Egypt. There's no doubt in the historical data of the way people with melanin have been treated on this planet. They are getting murdered on the land that they are indigenous to. The most spiritually gifted OG Egyptians that walk this planet. It is a sacrifice to their God, publicized, crucified on the cross.
And is that in that new building off to the side?
That's in Memphis, actually.
It's in Memphis?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's where you were?
Yeah.
I see.
Memphis,
okay.
The capital of ancient Egypt.
Right. Yeah, you're bringing what?
Perhaps that's where our new God will come from.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Yeah, I wish that was funny.
Sonya Massey. She just called law enforcement to her residence because of a possible intruder. Of course, officers respond, as we should do. Made contact with her, spoke with her for a little bit, and things turned sideways quickly. It escalated to Miss Massey being unalived by Officer Grayson. Massey went to the kitchen after speaking with the officers and removed water from off the stove. I don't necessarily know if his water was really inside it because I heard her turn on the water at the time she grabbed the pot. But she also made some statements towards the officers. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. And this is when the demon come out of the officer.
Y'all see what I'm saying? 2012 was Trayvon Martin. 2016 was Alton Sterling. 2020 was George Floyd. And now 2024 is Sonya. Like, you see what I'm saying? It's a cycle. Like, they keep doing the same thing every time there's an election year.